Hi YouTube, Spin here. With the first Strike Qualifiers underway, I felt like it was worth putting out a couple of shorter videos to cover some of the great Valorant we've been seeing at the moment. I'll focus on just a few rounds from each game and really try and showcase the rounds and plays which lead to a team's victory or defeat. For the first game, I'm going to go over Luminosity versus Andbox, which featured an absolutely gargantuan comeback from Luminosity, from 11-0 down to win 13-11 on Haven. While obviously Andbox had an amazing first half, I'm going to focus on Luminosity's defending side, which really showed their incredible mental stability to be able to make such a comeback, as well as some great active defending. It also highlights the importance of momentum in Valorant and how crucial individual rounds can be to the outcome of a game. Without further ado, let's get on to round 15. This is round 3 of the second half, where Luminosity is still on SMGs and Andbox have full bought. So Luminosity have decided to buy a rifle on their jet, and they're going to use this early in the round to try and secure an early advantage. The defensive setup's pretty atypical. They leave Garage completely open while two players push down C long, and they have an aggressive push in mid as well to try and get some control there. The C-Long push uses the Sova Recon Dart to clear the bottom of C-Long, and allows the Cypher to place a deep camera which gives them early warning of any rotations there for the rest of the round. Push down mid's fairly standard with an Omen smoke in the window, plus a Reyna to cover anyone dropping through the smoke. That means the Jet's then free to cover second mid, where she's able to get an early pick. At this point, Luminosity switched to a more default defensive style with Sova in Garage and 2 on the A site. Andbox slowly push into mid. They smoke and drone Garage, but Luminosity use the C-Long camera to see that there's no threat from C-Long, meaning it's likely that Andbox are not committing to a site take. Luminosity then drone Garage themselves and see that Andbox have retreated from mid. The Cypher camera clears C-Long, so they have early information that Andbox are trying to plant on the A site. They rotate their Garage and B players to A, while the Cypher follows up on the drone to confirm control of mid and provide a late flank. It's a decent execute from Andbox, but they lose too many players and are delayed too long, and they lose the round to a timeout. Great active defense from Luminosity. After losing that round, the Andbox economy is broken, meaning that they'll have to low buy or eco every other round if they continue to lose. In this kind of scoreline, the gun rounds are therefore once every 2 rounds, and we'll move straight on to round 17. KZaz makes an aggressive op play down C long on the jet, but otherwise it's a fairly safe defense from Luminosity. However, towards the middle of the round, they start to get proactive again, droning mid, and following that up with Thief on the Reyna to secure mid control. Luminosity play retake on C, but they're already in a very commanding position well before the spike has been planted. In fact, the Reyna who took mid control has pushed even further, killed the spike carrier, and gained Luminosity the advantage with only 40 seconds remaining to plant. As Andbox execute onto C, a great shot from Android on the Phoenix opens up the site for his team to plant.
30 seconds left.
In towards Garage. Gives him time to get this spike down. Boy will do so.
Get out of my way. Spike
There's
planted.
the blades. I told
Their positions are poor in the post plant. Here, Android and Boy are killed by the Cypher from CT and the Sova from Garage respectively, and Ye on Jet isn't in a position where he can quickly trade either kill. These 2 picks makes the retake really easy for Luminosity, and they quickly secure the round. Round 19 is a tentative one from both teams. No real aggressive plays from either, but some great info gathering from Luminosity, which allowed them to prepare perfectly for Andbox's late round B execute. An early Sova arrow spots 2 outside mid, but the Sova ult's unable to find a kill. A simple Cypher cam on C gives good info on any rotation to C long, and a late ult from the Omen gathers info on A long.
Cover about to fade. Can EA find the opener?
If we look at the positions during this Omen ult, Luminosity have an enormous amount of information. The Omen more or less confirms that there is no execute A, since it's very rare to see an entire team push A short, and he's completely cleared A long. The operator in Garage confirms nothing is coming Garage, and the Cypher cam on C confirms nothing is coming C long. So Luminosity know that it's very likely a B execute, with roughly 35 seconds remaining to plant. They have 2 players on the B site to contest, one of those being the Reyna, who can take an unsafe position and use her dismiss to escape.
30 seconds left.
They trade 1 for 2 in the early part of the fight, and Luminosity are able to rotate in fast on that contact.
And you're down a man. Poach is
And they retake before Andbox has had a chance to set up in favourable positions off-site,
pressured from everywhere.
which means they get caught on the B site, and that's never a good thing versus a good retake.
And LG are
Some great info gathering from Luminosity, and a really fast response to close out the round.
bye-bye. Number 8 is in. At that
Now while the score is still 11-9 in favour of Andbox, I think round 21 is really the game-winning round for Luminosity.
the scoreboard.
Andbox have a full buy, and all 5 ultimates, while Luminosity have none.
No idea how I did that.
So this is the best chance they have of ending the series and breaking Luminosity's momentum, and I'm pretty sure that they know that.
The long push is in.
The round starts out well for them. An aggressive play down A long and a good measured peek from Ye nets them an early pick.
Picked off by Ye. They have all their ultimate.
The Jet and Phoenix ult are used to open up the site, and while it doesn't go perfectly, they still trade 1 for 1 and maintain their man advantage.
However, is traded swiftly.
Andbox use their Cypher ult, which reveals a Proto flanking, but Poach doesn't react fast enough to the new information, and a Proto then goes on to have an amazing round. Tactically there's not a lot to it, but I think it goes to highlight the pressure Andbox were feeling. They made a few unforced errors.
In from Aproto.
Ye missed his Jet ult right click,
Goodbye.
and Poach didn't react to the flanking Cypher fast enough.
A counter
It also goes to show how much momentum Luminosity had.
Aproto.
A Proto was obviously feeling confident, as you can see by his fearless wide peek to win the round.
4 for him.
And given the pressure they're under, I think losing this round is the moment that Andbox give into the feeling that they're going to lose the whole game.
Nasty from LG.
And as we know, Luminosity were able to finish with an absolutely crazy 13-round comeback.
13 in a row back. Is this, did that, what?
As always, thank you for watching, and a huge thanks to Keith LaFortune, who gave me permission to use his broadcast for this video. You can find his details in the video description, and I'll see you again next time.